Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, I want to talk about something that it's going to be really difficult for men and women to fully understand, but I'm going to try my very best to clarify it. Now, I made the video talking about how to take over public facilities, and people got all excited, but there's things you have to do to prepare before you can do this stuff. And it's the same thing about what I'm getting ready to talk to now. Okay, first, I am a realist. I know what reality is. I don't like it. I try to avoid it. But it's the reality. I mean, there's just things that just happen, and it's just beyond our control, because that is a fact. It's a reality. And so I believe in reality, and I try to work around it. Now, what I'm going to talk about, there's times a man has to be a man, and that is reality. And so some of the language might be a little funny. I don't normally talk bad. And the older I've got, I realized I don't need to talk bad. And when I do talk bad, it seems to emphasize things a little more. So I don't need to do it all that often. Most of the time I can use a little sense. When I was young, I did more cussing than I did anything. It didn't make any sense. So, but it took me some time to figure this out. But anyway, there's things that women say that really does destroy the foundation of a relationship. And I can't blame them, because women are women. And now the problem is, I wish I could say men are men, but it doesn't work that way. Men have learned not to be men. They've let their feminine side come out. They've learned to be cooperative. Cooperative is one of these words that mean forget your moral standing and lower yourself like the rest of us are. And so this is what's been happening. We've allowed ourselves as men to be shunned down to a level where we can't even float. It's that bad. Now, I'm going to give you some examples, and I want to tell you how they relate. First, I know I've got great memories of my 41 years of marriage. Now, it wasn't easy. It was work, both on my wife and myself. We both had to make changes. I've said before about the morals. My morals have changed. But then again, at 18 years old, killing people, you tend to view life a little different. And so I've had to change, and like I say, my wife did too. We didn't have what a lot of people think, well, what a perfect marriage and all this. No, it was work. And I say we both made mistakes. You're not going to hear her side of the story, but like I say, I'm going to tell you what I know and what happened. And Now you got to remember, she was like, I believe most women. I say she's the only woman I've ever, had dealings with. So I'm limited on how much I know about women. But now I say about 2 years now, I've been out beating bush and looking for women, and so I've been learning more about women. But like I say, she was a romantic, just like most women are. And through our marriage, through time, she had to realize reality, and then she had to deal with reality. And I'm going to share some of this with you. One of the things that she said that hurt me, but I didn't realize it at the time. It hurt the relationship. And I'm sure, I know it happens all the time. But what she said, I say we got married. We didn't even speak to each other when we got married. So we had to learn to communicate with each other and learn more about each other. And we were opposites, so that made it a little more complicated also. But what she said, after we got married, we started having children, and then I don't know, whenever we had disagreements or stuff like that, I don't remember exactly. Like I say, I try not to let people hurt me, and it's the same with my wife. I knew, and she knew, we didn't really want to hurt each other. That's not our goals. I mean, we were partners in life, and we had to learn to deal with each other. And but I know she would say, every once in a while, she would say, my children mean everything to me. And, I didn't think nothing about it at the time. But this stuff is repeated. And normally it comes out whenever, I don't know, when she feels insecure, when, like I say, we have arguments of some type. This is when this would come up. And after, I didn't realize what it was doing. Every time she said it, I didn't realize what it was doing. But she was damaging our relationship. And just right off the top, we'll just go by her words. Okay, she says, my kids mean everything to me. That's what she says. Okay, now, when you complete that statement, what she is saying is, my kids mean everything to me. You don't rate. You go out and make money. You go do what you have to do your manly chores. Just don't forget, the children mean more to me than anything. So I don't give a damn about you. That is what she was saying. I know you're saying, well, that's the wrong way to look at it. I'm just saying that's the way it comes across. And when it's said like that at a repeated times, and it seems to be times when we have arguments, or when, like I say, she's feeling down and all this kind of stuff, this is the way it comes across to me. I'm second rate. I mean, I just really don't count. As long as I am giving to her children, as long as I'm giving her children everything they need, then I'm okay to be around. I'm okay. I can be around here. One thing, I figured this out, like I say, well, I'll tell you when I figured it out. I figured out how bad it was when my kids were teenagers. And what happened, they would say something. I want to go over with so-and-so or whatever, And I would use my manly instincts, and I would see there's something not right about this. And then I would say, no, you're not going to go do this. And then my wife would say, you mean you don't trust your children? They're teenagers. Hell no, I don't trust them. I'm the parent. My job is not to trust my children. My job is to teach my children. So that, of course, added on to the arguments. And then what came up? My children mean everything to me. That came up again. Okay. Down here, they say the husband, there's a saying down here in Central America, and it's the husband is like an old dog. In other words, you expect the old dog to do what the old dog does around the house. That's what you expect from the old dog. No more, no less. And that's basically what was going on when I was exerting my manly powers, my fatherly responsibilities, when I use my years of experience to realize that something bad was coming up. That's why I don't go along with it. And for the punishment, my children mean everything to me. So I say that's where it came to its top right there. And then I explained to my wife one evening, we were set aside after our arguments and all this stuff. I explained to her that you have to take your titty out of the children's mouth. In other words, they have to take personal responsibility over their actions. I don't mind letting them stretch their wings, but I'm not going to let them go off and join some, what do you call it? Well, a bunch of crazies all get together. I forgot the word, but anyway, little things I can help them through. I can make sure that they won't get damaged too bad. The big stuff is going to be, when they get themselves in a situation, either legal or they're with the wrong kind of people and really, really bad people. These are things that are going to be really difficult later on that I'm going to have to deal with. Because my wife will not be standing up. She will not be manning up when it's time to man up. It'll be me. So I told her, let them have some time so they can grow. And remember, one of these days, they're going to have their own families. They're going to have their own responsibilities. When you are old and sickly, I will be the one to wipe your ass. I will be the one. Those children that you love, your children are everything to you. They will not be there to wipe your ass. I will be. So you watch out how far you push me. Because I may not be there to wipe your ass. I only had to say that a couple, 2 or 3 times before it dawned on her that I was right. Then after that, she stopped saying, my children mean everything to me. After that, it was easier for us to work together as mother and father and allow our kids to grow and raise, spread their wings. It was much easier after that. Now, the thing that's funny, the reason I'm bringing this up now is now I'm beating the bushes looking for a gal. And it's funny. There for a while I was on Match.com. I still have my profile up there. I don't belong to it anymore because I'm understanding a little more. So far, the ones that are there, it seems as if they're all romantics. They think this is the way it's supposed to be. Most of which they're divorced because it didn't work out on the other husband. And so now they think, well, he wasn't romantic. So now I'm looking for somebody that is. And so right there, they've lost me when they say I'm a romantic. They lost me. But the part that really gets me is when they say, my children are everything. Or they'll say, my family means more to me than anything. Okay, these statements is not the way that I'm thinking, oh, great, I want to be second rate to whatever it is that she's involved in. I'm looking for someone for our lives to come together. We can both benefit each other. Like I say, we're not young people anymore, so we're not working on dreams. Now we both have some kind of groundwork laid out. So it should be a lot easier. But when they start talking, my family means everything, and then I like it. Okay, like for me, what you're saying is for me, my family don't mean shit. I mean, why would you think that my family doesn't mean everything to me too? And let's say my family is everything to me. Let's say my kids, I lost my wife, so now my kids mean everything to me. So my kid says, Dad, I want you to go do this, and I'm going to say, well, it's my new wife's birthday. And they're going to say, well, no, this needs to be done, so it's just hell with her birthday. And I'll say, okay, then I will, because you mean everything to me. It's so ridiculous.